Hey guys, we're outside the historic Fairmont Hotel in San Francisco, and look what I've got! The brand new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. And starting right now, I'm going to unbox the phone, move into it, and then use it around the city to give you guys a feel of what it's like to use Samsung's latest flagship in 24 hours. Hi, I'm Michael Josh, your gadget matchmaker, and over the last decade, I've made it my job to show people around the world that tech can be easy, fun, and exciting. On this channel, I give you special access to the products I review, the events I attend, and all the exciting people I get to meet along the way. And most importantly, I help you find the right gadget to match your needs. This is 1 week with the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. We've got a full day ahead of us, so let's do this. We'll start with this guy. Inside this pouch is SIM card ejector tool, some paperwork, and a USB-C to C cable. Wait, what? Did we get a black phone?
What?
Let's see. Nope, that was just a protective cover. I'm so happy we got the color that we wanted. It's cream, and first impressions, it is a nice frosted matte white that has a yellowish tint to it. The frame, or the rails, are what appears to be light gold, or is it silver? I think it's silver, but it can turn gold when hit by the light. And that's it. There's nothing left in the box. This box, by the way, has been completely redesigned and is made using 100% recycled materials. Good on ya, Samsung. Let's peel this off. Satisfying. Okay, I'm going to probably head up to my room for a little bit, power this on, make sure it's charged to 100%, set it up, and then we'll be on our way. So we've made it up out of the box. The S23 Ultra is at 57%. So I brought along this charger because there is no charger in a box. This is the Samsung 45-watt charger. The S23 Ultra supports 45-watt fast charging, so I'm going to give it a top up to hopefully 100% so we can do a proper battery test.
Soon after.
All right, it's time to head to lunch. I'm officially unplugging it at 90%, it's 225. Do take note that charging does slow down as it passes 80% and onward. I haven't eaten all day, I'm really hungry. Thank you, robot. Before we continue, here's a brief message from this video's sponsor. The Galaxy S23 Ultra, like its predecessor, supports super fast charging 2.0, which basically means it supports faster 45-watt charging, not just 25 watts. But since Samsung no longer includes a charger in the box, you'll need to buy a 45-watt charger if you want to get peak charging speeds. You can get one from Samsung for $50, or you could pick one up from this video's sponsor, Anker, for $20 less. I'm talking about Anker's just launched Ace chargers, made specifically for the Galaxy S23 series. If you ordered a Galaxy S23 Plus or S23 Ultra, you'll want their Ace 45-watt charger. A couple of things I love about it. First, it's small. Thanks to GaN, or gallium nitride technology, this charger is not just efficient, but very compact. Here it is side by side with the one Samsung sells. When you're done charging, you can also fold the plug before you throw it into your backpack. Second, it's safe. I always buy chargers only from the brands that I trust. Anker Ace chargers have multi-protect technology with 10 layers of protection. Multi-protect does things like regulating current and protecting against overvoltage and overheating. And third, it's multi-purpose, meaning it's compatible with a whole range of other Samsung Galaxy devices. Other tech that requires power delivery like your Nintendo Switch, and also your iPhone or iPad. Right, so now let's test it out. First, we'll use a Samsung 25-watt charger. See, it says super fast charging, but that's version 1. Now here's a Samsung 45-watt charger. Now see, it says super fast charging 2.0. Finally, the Anker Ace 45-watt charger. It also says super fast charging 2.0. That's how you know you're getting 45-watt peak charging power. Now, what does this mean in real life? Well, in Gadget Match charge tests, the Anker Ace 45-watt charger got from 0 to 50% in just 20 minutes. A full charge took just under an hour. If you ordered the smaller Galaxy S23, Anker also makes the Ace 25-watt charger, which is only $14.99. I'll put links to both products below. So our briefing with Samsung is finished. I'm with the guys. We're headed to another event, and maybe there'll be a rooftop so we can take some, because the sun is already set. Maybe we can start taking some low light photos.
Later.
Okay, it is 6:08 p.m. and it is time for a battery test. We are currently at 63%, but I think I kind of need to give some context about what we've been up to. After we left lunch, we attended a briefing or a little talk with Samsung, but we weren't allowed to film. During that briefing, I was able to use my, my S23 Ultra to take notes using my S Pen. One thing I found is I wanted a case because when I put the phone down on the table, it would jiggle a little bit. So I ended up holding it and taking notes while the phone was in my hands. But I will say that these less angled edge screen is much improved, and handwriting is easier to take notes even on the very edge of the phone, which was great. So I took note for the entire duration of that 1 hour briefing.
Later that night.
We're hungry. Matt's here with me. The guys are over there having some drinks. We need some food. We've been drinking. What are your thoughts on the S23 Ultra so far?
A lot of people are saying the photos are better than expected. And that tells you where Samsung was and where they are now.
The next day.
Good morning, guys. Are you ready for a bed scene? I just woke up. Actually, not true.
You lie!
I woke up earlier to film that time lapse that you just saw. So I think before we, get some coffee, get started with our day, we'll do another battery test. Last night I got back to the hotel at around 11:50. I definitely know that I went to bed at 11:55 because I took a screenshot and we were at 38% after an evening of hanging out with my friends, shooting a lot of low light photos and videos, probably more than usual because we were all testing out the phone. Now it's time to get some coffee and get on with our day.
346 minutes later. Many unbearable hours later.
Happy birthday to you.
3 days later.
I knew today was going to be long, so I figured, why not another battery test? We start at 11:53 a.m. See, it's fully charged, and yep, let's unplug my Anchor charger together. Hello guys, I'm in my hotel in Manhattan. I checked in to attend the OnePlus event, and now that the review is live, I can go back and focus on my Galaxy S23 Ultra 24-hour video. Let's go. I'm right by the elevators. Oh. Both opened at the same time. Let's do this one. I'm heading down to meet Judy at the lobby, and then Chai is coming over. Heading down to the lobby to meet with Judy. Chai is coming over. I love that you can now flip the cameras when you are recording a video. I wish the iPhone would do the same thing. Oops. Let's pick this up. See if we can find Judy. Judy and Tink Girl. There's Nirav. Everyone is hard at work. So I caught these guys discussing the Ultra. How many days have you used it so far?
Ooh, it's been almost a week now. Yeah, I like it a lot. The design, very similar, but the improvements from the chipset are noticeable. We were just talking, battery life was significantly better.
I was saying the same thing, like with my S22 Ultra. I was
love that case.
Thank you. It's the Spigen teardown. I was getting like 4.5 hours of screen on time, and now I get like 7.5. So it's like a drastic improvement in battery life.
Battery life is great. I'm struggling a little with the camera because I feel the S22 Ultra was doing a better job. But I just need more time. And at the same time, S22 Ultra had a lot of issues at the beginning. I just feel that Samsung takes a little while to like perfect it and tune it, but then when they do, it's crazy good.
I love my notifications not showing up on the lock screen now until my face is detected. I love this.
I thought I just had a setting change. That's a new thing.
Finally! After hanging out with my friends, I spent a few hours working on my Galaxy Book 3 Pro until Chai arrived, and then it was time for late lunch. Okay, gotta hurry. Those folks are hangry. We're leaving for lunch. Let's go. How hungry are you?
Nowhere near as lovely as this one.
I said hungry. So we made it to lunch, and Nirav is going to show me his favorite trick. What is it called?
It's portrait. So that's specifically color point, and color point is the best reason to have a Samsung phone because the camera and what you can do with it is phenomenal.
Okay, show me.
Click there, and then you go color point, and then you can go glitch for the backdrop, you can go big circle for the backdrop, and then you can go blur for the backdrop, and then you can adjust the colors.
Cheers. All right, it's 2:55 p.m. We just finished lunch. The crew is still chit-chatting over there, so I figured why not do a battery check before we move on. Again, it's 2:56. After 1 hour and 33 minutes of screen on time, we are currently at 81%. And so far, it's the camera use and Instagram and Telegram that have been using up my juice. While at the vessel, Carl needed me to take some photos for his Instagram account. I used his Sony a7R Mark V camera, but I also took some photos using the S23 Ultra. What do you think? I think these phone photos are definitely post-worthy. Welcome to the vessel. I've met up with my buddy Carl. He's taking some photos over there. You can pan over. Anyway, I wanted to be able to do a test recording and test out the new stabilization on the Galaxy S23 Ultra. We are recording this clip on 4K 60 frames per second. There's a caveat. If you want to use that super steady shot, Kai, want to jump up and down right now? If you turn that mode on, it automatically brings down the quality of the video to QHD, so it's not 4K anymore. I don't know if you'll notice a difference. It depends on how you're watching this video on YouTube, but let me know what you think down below. Sunset today is at 5:20 p.m. It's 4:53 and we've got tickets to the Edge. I've never been. Carl's visiting, so I guess it's time to do another battery check, shall we? It's now 4:54 p.m. and we are currently at 64% with 2 hours and 28 minutes of screen on time.
Yes.
While the S23 Ultra shoots 12 megapixel photos by default, remember it has a 200 megapixel sensor. And with a few taps, you can shoot at full 200 megapixel mode or 50 megapixel mode. Obviously, if you use 200 megapixel mode, you get more detail. If you use 12 megapixel mode, you get, among other things, better low light performance. So let's take a look and compare all three. This is 200 megapixel mode. Let's zoom in on the New Yorker. As you can see, the building is still very sharp. There's a lot of detail. You can see the windows, the dirt on the building. Meanwhile, the 12 megapixel photo, the last one we took, if you zoom in, you can still see the building, but the details aren't there. It's a little bit mushy. So if you're photographing something like this, then maybe 200 megapixel mode is the way to go. So we're back from our field trip to the Edge. That trip was great. Carl's over there warming up with his iPhone. And I figured before we go out to dinner, we should do one more battery check. It is 6:16 p.m. and we are at 50%, and screen on time is 3 hours and 13 minutes. I've decided to continue this video onto tonight because I do want to be able to put this phone in standby, go to sleep, and see how much battery drain we have when I wake up tomorrow morning. And then I'll answer some of your questions. It really does flip over, doesn't it? So the Galaxy S23 Ultra passed the standby test with flying colors. I slept at midnight and woke up at 10:36 a.m. And in those 10.5 hours, battery went down from 40% to 36%, which is very good. The next day, Carl texted and asked if I could send him the photos I shot, and if Apple has AirDrop, Samsung has Quick Share. So I just selected the images I wanted and tapped on Quick Share and selected my Galaxy Book 3 Pro. And just like that, the images were on my computer. Now, if you use the Expert RAW app, you can automatically transfer the photos that you take onto your computer. All you need to do is, from Expert RAW settings, tap on Auto Share to Tablet PC, select the Galaxy device you want to share to, and now if we take a photo, see, it automatically is transferred to my Galaxy Book. Let's do one final battery check. Like my friends alluded to earlier, the battery life on the S23 Ultra is noticeably better than on the previous model. I started the second battery test before 12 noon on February 7th, and it finally died on me around 6 p.m., close to 7 p.m. on February 8th. So screen on time was a full 7 hours. That's very impressive. In terms of 45-watt charging, I got to 50% in 20 minutes and a full charge in an hour. Using the full 15-watt wireless charging, I got to 30% in 30 minutes. A 50% charge took about 50 minutes, and a full charge took just under 2 hours. Before I go, I wanted to answer some of the questions that you left for me on social media. What's the difference between the S22 Ultra and the S23 Ultra's curved display? Let's just say the curves on the display of the S23 Ultra are less pronounced. You can still feel it when you hold it, but it doesn't get in the way of the experience as much. How is the zoom compared to the S22 Ultra? The zoom is pretty much the same, but speaking of space zoom, you should definitely try photographing the moon. Is the S Pen interchangeable with the S22 Ultra? Yep, you can use the S Pen on your S22 Ultra on the S23 Ultra and vice versa. 4K or 8K recording with HDR. The S23 Ultra can shoot videos with HDR10+, but that feature is only available if you shoot up until 4K. Did they upgrade the fingerprint sensor to the bigger one from Qualcomm, or is it still the same one from last year? Nope, it's the same one from last year. If you'd like to use a bigger one from Qualcomm, you should definitely check out the Vivo X90 Pro Plus. And that was 1 week with the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. If you'd like to pre-order this phone, make sure you use our links below. If there's still something that you'd like to know, let me know as well, and we will cover it in our review video. We're also working on a charge test video, so make sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel and hit that bell icon so that you get notified as soon as we publish. Follow me on social media for all the behind-the-scenes fun stuff, and for news and updates, make GadgetMatch.com your daily habit. Until the next video, I'm Michael Josh. Thanks for dropping by.